ain't the same at all. At all, at all, at all, Said I do shit different. Said my new shit.
You know, I had a question asked to me, how do you manifest? And manifestation is easy for God. Very easy. It's nothing that you cannot do in this world. You know what I'm saying? Einstein came up with a phrase saying that imagination is more powerful than knowledge. It's true. Very true. Because imagination is your divine... It's your divine... I will call it garden to create. The imagination has been one of the things in our society that has been attacked on a grand scale. And how your imagination has been attacked on a grand scale is really technology. Technology is killing a lot of your potential. And the reason why is because technology was created to assist man, but never to replace man. Technology has already replaced man in his workplace, where man served a role of doing the menial task. The machine has come in now to do those tasks. And actually, I don't really care about the machine doing the menial labor, because I think that that level of existence is very base, such as working in a factory, putting a tube in a television. Very base existence. The machine helping man to harvest the ground, tilling the crop, tilling the soil. That's very base existence. I don't think that is our potential. That is not the highest level of our potential. We are created to do some phenomenal things. You know, man has been created to be a co-creator with the divine. Now, when I say man, I'm saying the Son of Man. And God is the destiny of man. Okay? So, the destiny or God can only be born in your imagination. This is why faith is a part of your existence. Understand, I'm going to throw these things out. You got to keep up with me, man. So, faith is the things that actually connects you to the supernatural. And don't tell me that, oh, I'm an atheist. I'm an atheist. An atheist is a person that does not have faith. That's all that is. I disbelieve. I disbelieve in anything unless it's proven. Well, let me tell you, your very life, you are existing, but you can't tell me why you exist. You don't even tell me, you can't even scientifically prove why you exist. But you exist. You cannot scientifically prove that you determined to come here or that you plan on being here, but you are here. You cannot scientifically prove when you will die, but you know you will die. All right? When you will die, but you know you will die. So the question or the problem is faith necessary? Yes, it is very necessary. If you don't have faith, you will not accomplish that which you desire to accomplish. You have to believe in yourself to go in there to take a test if you go to school. You have to believe in your abilities that you studied, and you're going to go in there and have faith in your ability to access that information that you downloaded. You don't know how you access it. Nerve endings access this nerve ending. This does this, this does that. Yes, but that's really something that I don't need to concentrate on to do it. I just do it. And this is where the supernatural exists. This is how miracles happen. This is where faith accesses that which you want and pulls it out into manifestation. So how do you manifest? You manifest by faith. How did I achieve all the things that I achieved in my life up until this point? It's always been by faith. I believe in my idea. Imagination is greater than knowledge. Why? Because knowledge is only the ability or the know-how to do a thing. I know how to change my oil. But what if you don't have a certain screw to put into the whatever device that you're doing in your car to fix, and you need to be creative for that moment so that you can get from point A to point B? Who is going to get you to point A to point B? Knowledge or imagination? Imagination is going to step up and say, I am here. What do you need? And it will think of something and give you an idea. Take that rubber band, put some gum on the end of this, and that should get us down the street till we get to the gas station. Imagination has helped you. It has given you free access to an ability that you did not pre-think of, but it came to your rescue. But you have to believe in that your idea may work. That's where the faith comes in. That's where the hope comes in. The evidence of belief, you don't have no evidence, but you believe in something that's not here, physically manifested. So you take a hold of the invisible realm. The invisible realm is accessed through your faith. And so that's why they say, blessed is he that believes and have not seen. Oh, well, I don't believe God exists. I ain't never seen a God out here. Well, you know what? You will never see a God out here, because that is not supposed to manifest in the physical without a body. There are rules. Rules. How do you know the rules? Well, you know the rules by looking at life. That which is natural is first. Okay, so I know a spirit, or that which does not have a body, to function in this realm, it needs a body. So that protocol must be answered. You cannot skip. You see what I'm saying? So God will manifest in you. So if you want to see God, you look at you. You want to see God, look at someone else. If you want to see the devil, you will look at the devil in you. If you want to see the devil, look at the devil in someone else. You see what I'm saying? It is very simple. Don't make spirituality more complicated than it is. It's very simple. But you want to be complex in your thinking. Or you want to be, I would say, you want to be scientific. You've been taught to be scientific in your thinking. I'm not hating you. All I'm saying is that you're making it more complicated for you to manifest. Because to manifest, it's going to take faith. It's going to take affirmations, saying, calling those things that be not as though they were. Calling those things that do not exist as if they exist. You call me crazy, I call myself sane. And give me 2 weeks, watch it manifest. And I'm not going to show you my faith by my talking. I'm going to show you my faith by what I do. So whatever I say I want to manifest, say I want to manifest, say I want to manifest a new job, or I want to manifest a new career, then I am going to go and do the things I need to do to manifest that career. I'm not going to just say it. I'm not going to just pray it. That's spooky. Because all you are doing is spiritual work. But you have to match the spiritual with the physical. Those two must marry each other. Man is not one thing. Man shall not live by what? Bread alone. What that mean? Man shall not only live by that which is physical. Man must have some spiritual food. What is that? The words that I'm giving you right now. Well, how do I get faith? I don't know I can't go to the store and buy my faith. So where do I get faith from? You get faith by hearing the word that I'm saying. So I'm speaking to you right now. You getting faith as I speak. Your faith is increasing. It's peaking. The shoot is coming out of the soil. You are starting to grow because I'm beaming that light on you. I'm shining the word of God on you. God in me is speaking to the God in you. You see what I'm saying? And so that's real. So you can't say God ain't never spoke. He's speaking right now. He that has ears, let them hear. Okay? So whoever doesn't have ears, you don't sit down. You don't need to, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to listen. Turn the channel. But I believe that you guys want to hear the divine word. And so as I am led to speak to you, as I am led to heal myself, as I am led to affirm and speak, pray, call those things that be not as though they were, I am led to do that. I cannot do anything but what I have been programmed to do from my Father. Well, who is my Father? I have not seen my Father. My physical father died physically, violently, was murdered. So who is my Father? My Father is that force that called me to this planet. Is that force that sustains me on this planet. Is that force that gets me up every morning on this planet. So that force I call my Father. I call God. I call my higher self. I call my divine. And I'm telling you, you have three. You have body, soul, and spirit. So in my lower self, where the devil dwells, I am raising myself up. I am raising my vibration up to access the God force, the divine force, the crown, the kingdom. So in my kingdom, I only do what I see God do, because I and my Father are one. So that means I can call myself God. And God will not feel like I'm robbing him of his title. God won't be like, how you gonna call yourself God? I'm God, boy. You know, he not gonna check me like that. Why? Because he's in my body. He's in my body. So he's gonna say, yeah, you are God. You are God. And then I'm gonna yield to the God force in me. And when I'm angry and when I'm out of touch of this God force and I want to revenge, get people back, I'm going to yield to that God force, and that God force in me is going to resurrect me. It's going to say, no, don't do it. Hold your tongue. I hear you. I'm only going to do what I see my Father do, because I am God, and God does not call it robbery. He does not think it robbery that I call him God, that I call myself God. Because I and my Father are one. What is God? God is love. Can you see love? Does love drop out the sky? Does love walk on the ground? No, yet, but it will walk on the ground in people. So I know you've seen love. I know you experience love. You wouldn't be on this earth if you never experienced love. Love is God. You see what I'm saying? So with hate, have you seen hate? Have you experienced hate? I know you have experienced hate. That's the devil. So in me, in this body is a universe. And in this universe is a war being waged. A war is being waged, and the devil and God are battling this war in me, and it's an eternal battle. So the devil will always be here, and God will always be here, as long as I have breath and I exist. And this war will always exist within me, and I will bind the devil in me. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I gave you that video about pleasure. Because you got to bind the devil. You got to take care of your lower level. You see what I'm saying? And put it in place and put it in its check it. So I only do what I see my higher self do. I check in with my higher self and see, and that's called submit. That's called submitting to God. You see what I'm saying? So I submit to God. You see what I'm saying? I submit to my higher self, because my higher self has the wisdom to get me out of situations that my natural mind would only fight fire with fire, and will fight on a mortal level. The things in light are foolishness to those people in the dark. The dark cannot comprehend the ways of the light. The light is wisdom, divine wisdom. So it's almost like you are fighting a natural fight, but with immortal weapons. You see what I'm saying? So you can't use mortal or physical logic. You can't use street logic when it comes to spiritual things. Or you'll always find yourself in jail. You'll always find yourself competing with man, comparing yourself with others, because you're fighting a spiritual battle. You are eternal. So your eternal spirit has to wage war spiritually. And it will manifest naturally. But you have to submit to the higher self in you. That's all that is. That's all salvation is. That is what it means to be born of the Spirit. I'm born of the Spirit because the Spirit has, I've spent time, meditate, separate myself, humble myself, and allow God's seed to grow in me. And that's what one calls salvation. That's what one calls God being born. God has to be born of the Spirit, not of the intellect. Because the intellect is only temporal. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about the journey of life that's going to get you to the next life, where I say your heart must be as light as a feather to enter into the next life. Yeah, that's on the walls of in Egypt, in Kemet. So it tells you right there that you have to have your heart. Where's your heart? Your heart. You know what your heart is. Your soul. Your soul has to be as light as a feather. So don't think that you don't got no spiritual work to do on this physical earth, because you do. Because your very soul will judge you in the end. You talk about a snitch, you will snitch on yourself in the end. And that's what it means. It says your heart must be as light as a feather to enter in. And that's how it's going to do. You know you can't lie to yourself. And there's no hustling God. Because God, I'm going to use it like this. God is the spirit of truth. The spirit of truth is what you are born again by. You are born by God giving you his spirit of truth. Truth is higher than religion. I have not told you anything religious. Okay? Truth is higher than religion. So all I give you is truth. The word of God born in me from the spirit of truth out to you. I hope you enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a powerful thing. Live in the place where you allow your higher self, your God self, your divine self to guide you and lead you. Don't use logic, culture, street knowledge, dark arts to guide you in life. The truth, the spirit of God is already in you. All you have to do is fan the flame, allow it to breathe, give it more oxygen, give so good intentions into yourself. Think positive about yourself. Okay, call this God force out. I call the God force out in me every day. Every day. Because that's my faith. You see what I'm saying? My faith is accessing the divine. I don't care what I need to use to believe. I'll use myth. I'll use fairy tales. I'll use anything to bring forth my reality. Because that's my divine right and that's my divine privilege. I'm out. One love.
Yeah, I understand, baby girl. Spit up. Flim up, get that shit up off your chest. Ooh, Lord, I do it the best. I ain't never make you sign on the dotted line. No, baby girl, it was all my rhyme. I was rapping to you, walking to you to it. Yeah, I was showing you the ways of the Lord. God, one accord. Yo, I got my spirit, I let it out. Shit, what I'm supposed to dream about? Some shit when I can reach out my hand and take it. God damn, nigga, who you dealing with? Shit, I make it happen, cause I'm boy, I ain't rapping. So this is called freestyle rhyme in a prayer. God damn, affirmations everywhere. In the air, can't you see it over there? It's got wings on it, it's trying to manifest. God, Lord, shit, I give you my best, I give you no jest, no lie, no sky in the pie. Boy, nigga, I try, I live my life out. No why, I'm the reason, boy.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Negus.
What is the definition?
Negus.
Negus. Negus.
Negus.
And Andrew, would you say the word loudly for the judges?
Negus.
One more
Negus.
time.
Negus.
Negus.
Negus. Negus. Negus.
Me? I'm a fucking walking paradox. Like Sasquatch swagging in the paradox. Where I'm from, either you banging blue or you scared of cops. Fiends asking where the cop, kids asking where they pops.